Az zászlója piros, fehér, zöld, a hazája drága magyar föld. You want I should translate it?
Yeah, please.
But it rhymes in Hungarian. The zászló mean the flag is piros, red, piros, white, zöld. Piros is red, fehér is white, zöld is green. But in Hungarian, it rhymes, you know, az zászlója piros, fehér, zöld, a hazája drága magyar, in the home, in the tire, ungarische ért. The home is the expensive, the homes drága is the tire, ungarische föld. But it rhymes in Hungarian.
Mm-hmm.
Az zászlója piros, fehér, zöld, a hazája drága magyar föld.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
No, I had only one brother who was all over. The rest they went to guest chamber.
Oh. Where were your grandparents from?
My grandparents. The truth is, I don't know. I was 17 years when I left Gist. 17. I didn't know too much. My Yedushka, my grandfather, he went 3 kilometers to Evnek mikve. Acsim pobožný boj. Ne pobožný, acsim pobožný.
What does that mean?
Very religious, my grandfather. He went 3 kilometers, but az was kilometers, to a mikve, to go in the mikve. If zimnoyu mikve, toivlen to.
So he would go to the mikveh. He would go in the snow to the mikveh.
He would go 3 kilometers.
Wow.
To a kalta mikve before he goes to daven, before he goes to pray. Nothing holded him back. This was my mom's father, and my mom's brother, the Vetter Moshe. He went to the big yeshivas in Pressburg, that was in the Slovakia, and he would not eat in Auschwitz treif. He was nifter von hunger. I got a shiver, but he wouldn't eat treif. Schneidest du treif?
Yeah.
Vetter Moshe. He wouldn't.
Where were you raised?
In Gist. C-H-U-S-T. C-H-U-S-T. Gust.
Where is that located?
That time when I was growing up, I was in Czechoslovenská republiky. Masaryk was our president. And then there was time for the war, then came in the Hungarian. And their president his name was Horthy Miklós. And then I went in the Hungarian school. And then in 1944, they took us to Auschwitz. I was 17 years of age when I arrived to Auschwitz. We arrived in Shavuos. And she said, you come in through the door and go out through the chimney. Made no sense. But then she explained step by step what is happening. And Hashem watched over me. I had a cousin, Fegi Farkas. There are Farkashes there, some relatives. And I said, what for I have to go through this? I go now to the crematorium. Told her, I have no one. First Hashem, and then she said, we are young, and we lived through the war. There was a time they took away everything we brought, but they took away our shoes, and they gave us shoes which has no back, just the front. I think it's called the Holländische Schicht. Is it Holländische Bunja? What? Clots, yeah. Clogs. And they took everything away what we brought, and they gave us the striped dress,
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we had to get all undressed nude. So what there was, if to get undressed nude and pick up your left hand in this way, you had to go in front of, there was Menkeles, right, left. I don't know if you heard it before. And there was, you should sneeze, when they said to get undressed. So when they couldn't get dressed in front of a man nude, many ladies, they fainted, but then when he gave one geschrei, that was Hitler's power in him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody listened to him no more, whatever he said. Whoever could, and he couldn't. They took him to the crematorium. And she said, the Blokova, she was there from before. Our family, we arrived to Auschwitz Vies. But the Polish Juden, they were there from before, and the Slovakish Juden. I had an aunt, she lived in Poprad, Šumava, another, they were Slovakia. They were taken before that. And she said, you come in through the door and you go to the chimney. That was the hello. Anyway, when we arrived there, they put us, until they're going to place us where we're going to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
they put it on the bare earth. Now, for a dog, you put a little straw, it shouldn't be called.
Mm-hmm.
But there was just the whole earth. Was that enough English?
Bare floor. The bare earth.
The bare earth. And there we have, we were waiting. We were waiting until they're going to tell us where we're going to go from there. They gave us bread. You came from the home, it was very, very heavy. From the beginning, we didn't want to eat it, but then we was looking for that bread. Because when you're hungry, was a time that I ate. My kids know. Was aber gegessen dort in Bunjede.
Mommy?
What did I eat?
Where?
In Auschwitz when I arrived.
I don't know. Usually you said grass in the shoe or something.
The grass, yeah, I ate grass. Travу, понимаете?
Wow.
Когда человек хочет жить,
What does that mean, Mom? Mommy English.
if you want to live, you eat anything you have. Yes, I ate. Baruch Hashem, not long, but I
What
ate.
about that story with the kitchen at night?
Yeah, when I went to steal, yes.
What about it?
Well, about it, I will tell you. I went, I look up in the daytime,
Mm-hmm.
in where the kitchen is in in where they keep the, you know, how to get there. So it was in a basement, von Jemaites basement. And I looked it up in the daytime, and then I prepared the rack. I had to break open a window, and get what I can, maybe a potato to reach, maybe a carrot, whatever it is. I lay down into through the broken window. I get something, and then I will go back to my preach, you know, where I was in Auschwitz. One time I went to steal, but not more. I said, Baruch Hashem, I came home alive. I never want to go again. I tell you why. Because there was the high voltage, you know, the electricity. And if you touch that, finished in a second. There was one case, I don't know what their relationship was between the two. In wood, poнимаете, дерева, it doesn't shake you, because this was high voltage. And she gave over to the one to the other. If it was cousins or sister, I don't know. But what I saw, I can tell you, that I saw that she gave over. In the guard, there was high voltage. Plus that, there was a guard in the end, you know, and he was watching. And when he saw that she gave over for the other one, he shot her.
Oh, wow.
He shot her fin. This I saw with my own eyes. When he shot her, the other one, I don't know who they were, I underlined that. Hold on to the high voltage. And a flame came out from her mouth, and she fell and she was dead.
Oh, wow.
This I saw with my own eyes. You understand?
Yeah.
What about the story, Mom, with the guard that she took the heel of her shoe?
Say it again?
The story with the guard, the woman guard, where she crushed.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, I remember. We had to stay, it's called Celapel. Celapel, понимаете, по-русски cel is to count you. And we had to stay 5 in this. And then an SS lady, she was beautiful, she was young, and tip-top, like they say, and she was wearing boots. And when she went to count us, one lady, one girl, maybe mostly were teenagers there, and she didn't, according to her, the man, she didn't stay the face she wanted. And the SS lady gave for that, we were called Häftlings, she gave her a smack in her face. And the other one gave her back to her. We should never see how this SS lady killed this girl, this teenager girl. She, first of all, she threw her down. And then with the shuttle, with the shield, with the heel, she,
From her boot?
well, yeah, what she was wearing, she threw her down and her heart banking. And when she fainted, they had to bring water to survive her until once she didn't no more survive. This I saw with my own eyes.
How did you survive through the camps? What did you do?
Well, they had by us, it was called the Lagerführer. A Führer meant he's the leader. He was in jail because he murdered his wife. And
Let me drink some of this in. No, you drink.
thank you. But when the Hitler came out, so he became Führer, that means he's a leader. For any little thing, if somebody did wrong, he just shot them, you know. Until we had to go for a march. I don't know why, I don't remember, you know, we had to go. Then I told you I ate grass. When you remember that?
Yeah.
It's more than 70 years ago.
But also, Mom, you worked in the ammunition factory.
Well, that was already that's
How did you get from?
because they send us.
How did you get from Auschwitz to the ammunition?
Well, they send us. I mean, they had their ways to send us to. I remember the name was Görlitz, and I was working 12-hour shift.
That was the city or the name of the factory?
No, the factory name was Wumak. I remember that also. The city was Görlitz, Oberschlesien.
And what did you do at this ammunition factory?
There, I was working 12-hour shift.
And how old were you?
17. I would have been in 18. I would have been I arrived to Auschwitz, Shavuos, so I was 17. In Rosh Chodesh, I would have been 18. But I was tall. I was 5'7.5".
So what did you do then?
I was making ammunition. You know what this ammunition is? There was a Vorarbeiter, and they make the machine. They had a machine, and they were making Gewind. You know what is Gewind in German? Let's say this is, you want to screw together two things.
Mm-hmm.
And they were making ammunition. So from 6 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning, they gave us a half an hour break. I was a girl that time in my left foot because I had to constantly push the machine to make the Gewind. The Vorarbeiter, the man who prepared the machine, we should make Gewinds, you know, in the metal, and then they were making from that ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was my arbeit, that work for a long time. And the name was Görlitz, and there, Baruch Hashem, I was freed. Görlitz, yeah, I remember.
How long were you in the camps for?
Wait, tell them what happened during the bombings in Görlitz. That the people
Yeah.
during the bombings, the commanders would go away and left you guys in the factory.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
So tell them,
What was the story? What happened?
They were,
sirens would go up.
the sirens used to go up. And we used to have the German, the Gestapo watching us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was anyway high voltage, but still they was still watching us.
Mm-hmm.
But when the bombs were coming, so they was called the bunker. They ran in the bunker to hide. Then where we were without Aufsicht. Понимаете, no Stashaha.
Yeah.
On Yochikari.
In English.
They were running to hide in the bunkers, then where we don't have the Gestapo with us. Yeah, yes.
Do you follow that?
So, and how? Yeah, and go ahead, Bonnie.
When the sirens would go off, the Gestapos would run away.
So I told them when the Gestapo, then they ran to hide in the bunker, and then we had no Aufsicht. Because
What's Aufsicht?
Aufsicht, drush.
No supervision?
No, they ran away to hide.
Right. So there was no supervision. So
Yeah, only when there was
Sirens.
the siren that and when we went to work, I remember the air was burning. There was bang, who knows, what was going on, but I remember I saw the bombs, they were bombarding, and one hit another, who knows. But Baruch Hashem, I'm alive, and I always say I'm the richest person on this earth. I'm alive, I don't take nothing for granted. I'm never jealous of nobody. Nicht ich weiß und nicht ich will wissen. It doesn't tempt me, doesn't bother me. I just say Baruch Hashem, Yom Yom.
how did you find the strength to survive?
Hashem gave it to me. I told you I came from the more than religious places. I went 3 kilometers to Nakata.
And who else in your family survived?
I had a brother, and he was, I don't remember, 14 or 15 months younger than I was.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived also my daughter, Surala. You didn't leave Surala yet?
No, Mom, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
Who else survived?
Just the 2 of us.
Your cousins that survived, no?
Yeah, the Vetter Moshe survived, the Vetter Yosef Zelig survived.
Who's the Vetter Moshe?
Meine Mamas Brüder gewesen, es hat nicht gewollt essen, Treife in Auschwitz.
And he survived? Who was that man?
Wird survived. Starved to death.
Who survived? Who made it through the war?
Say it again?
You said
Yosef Zelig,
yeah.
en ja, Vetter Meilig, de Tatens Brüder, de Vetter Meilig.
Vetter Meilig had teruggedeeld op de woon. Where did he live after?
Gewesen in Munkotabar. You hear that about Munkotabar?
Well, where did he live? Yosef Zelig came to America and he lived in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Where did Vetter Meilig live?
Vetter Meilig said,
Where did he live?
not far where I
No,
come.
after the war.
You ask me, I'm going to answer you. So, I went, after the war, I went home, and as you know, my father came from a very rich house, and I went to ask him to give me something. I have nothing. I came home, I have that. So he told me, the Nachalnik told me, you think this is yours, this is yours, you're going to work in kolkhoz. I look at him. Where I was born was Czechoslovakia Republika.
Mm-hmm.
And now he tell me I should work in kolkhoz. I thought to myself, this is not what I want to make with my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I had an uncle, the Vetter Meilig, my father's brother,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in Munkotabar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
What is that?
Munkotabar is that Hitler put explosive. He didn't want that the German soldiers should get hit, so they took the Jewish people, including my uncle, the Vetter Meilig, to be there to, in Munkotabar. And as I told you, when I came home, I went to who was in charge. I told him I have nothing. My father came, not from a very, very wealthy house. And I told him, I have nothing. Give me something. So he told me, you think that's Baruch Hashem, that's why I'm here. You think this is yours, this is yours, you're going to work in kolkhoz. So
What does that mean in English, Mom? This is yours is what?
this is going to be my, but I'm going to work in kolkhoz.
What does that mean, work in kolkhoz?
I don't know, that's what he told me. So I thought to myself, are they going to take away from me everything in Russia? They're going to take away everything, and then they're going to tell me what to do. And I said to myself, this is not what I want to do with my life. Not for that I lived through the war. And I said it to my uncle Meilig, my father's brother. He lived through the war. And My Vater Meilich answered me, ich kann nicht überlassen lebendigs und gehe nicht sichern Teutz. He wouldn't believe it that somebody could take away. You know, because it's his. It was, as I told you, my father came in a very wealthy house. And my uncle, my father's brother, said, he's not going to live. Lebendigs, that means that belongs to him. In kein sichern Teutz. And he was like, and I left, Baruch Hashem, that I'm here in America. The joint took us, you know, the joint American, for the, I mean, whoever wanted to go. So I said, if I have opportunity, although they said in America is an the Steiner Treffer. You know,
What does that mean?
They said, the Steiners are noch Treifers, also so Treifer Amerika. And the Steiners are ein Treifer.
The stones on the street are true.
Von weiter.
Got it. The stones
Yeah.
on the stones
And
on the
if
street.
I had, and my husband's family went to Israel. And our fortune was one motorcycle. But my husband was buying cigarettes and selling. Immer gemacht, a jacket, ausgesteppt, ran in der Ran, immer herangelegt packs of cigarettes und verkauft auf dem schwarzen Markt. And so then he
What
said,
you just said.
what?
What you just said in English.
I told them that my Yitzchak, he was selling cigarettes on the black market because he had a jacket, you know, he was selling it on the, and we saved that money
Buying the inside of his coat with cigarettes.
Yeah. around him.
Got it.
You understand?
Yes.
And our fortune was that time a motorcycle. And his family went to Israel. And he said, you know, everybody is in Israel. And my motorcycle is in Israel. I said, told him, you could have a choice, the motorcycle or me. I don't go to Israel. I have to say the truth. Obviously, he, Baruch Hashem, he used to. I was never Freda Friedrichka. He was my first and last man in my life, Baruch Hashem. And we had Yasten Pobozna, yesterday in Nazbila.
How do you say that in English?
I don't take nothing for granted. I was a religious person, and we had 10 children. 9, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem, including, she's one of the twins, and one I lost by my life.
And where does the family live now?
Where? You tell him, Surah.
Most of us are in Los Angeles.
Who is here? Yisrolik is here. Vunya is here.
Simi,
Who?
Simi,
Asimi,
Shia,
Shia,
Ushi,
Usher.
Arnold, Solasi, if you want.
Yeah.
That's the daughter that passed away. I live in Crown Heights.
Rifki.
Rifki's in Santa Monica.
Shlichus.
To the Shalichas.
In Santa Monica and Shlichus. Chaim lives in Santa Barbara.
He's a doctor
And
there.
Shifi is in Muncie, New York. 2 are on the East Coast. Everyone else is California and Southern California based.
You understand?
Beautiful.
And as I told you, I'm the richest person on this earth. I don't take nothing for granted. I'm free, Baruch Hashem. I said, you could eat all you want. You know, with Surah, you know the story of Fegi Farkash. There was not place, they gave us 1 plate for 2 of us. So Fegi Farkash said, I could do with you everything, just not to eat in 1 place, but you eat up on Baruch Hashem. I said, you mean you could eat all you want? Yakush ala travu. Yakush ala travu.
What does that mean in English?
I ate grass. Yes, I did. Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem, I'm the richest. I
Why
never.
are you the richest? Because your kids are what?
First of all, my kids are all very good to me. I'm blessed.
Oh,
Ish-
that's over Torah mitzvah.
Yeah, that's what I want to come in. They all, Baruch Hashem. Gottesfürchtige. Sie helfen einander, jeden von Gemeinde. Nicht zu leben für sich alleine, auch von der Tier. Über mein Schnier. Aber gesagt, nicht Moshe Beine, wie heißt er? Mashiach hat anstanden in ihr Haus.
What is it?
Speaks to us.
Bei Ite.
By her daughter-in-law.
What does that mean in English?
If Mashiach comes, they're going to say,
Not if.
when he comes. Let him come now. We all waiting for him. This is my son who was here, Izzy.
Yeah.
He's the oldest from the kids. So his wife, I said, Mashiach is going to come to her house. Let him come now. We're all ready for him.
Why to Itzi's house?
That's what I felt. I told her all the time. Because
it's so open.
she is open for everybody. She don't know that I know. Martha told me. She said, well, she don't have where to eat to come to her house. My daughter-in-law, down to earth, Baruch Hashem. I'm blessed, Baruch Hashem.
What do you want your grandchildren to remember about your experience?
Oh. I don't want to make their life miserable. Whatever they want is their decision.
What do you want your grandkids to take away from your experience in going through the Holocaust?
God forbid, I don't want to talk about what. You know what she said, you come in through the door and go out through the chimney. I don't want to. I don't want to even talk about it. I'm thankful Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that I made it. And as I told you, I don't take nothing for granted. Every day we have a family tree. We treat in Baruch Hashem Yom. True, Boya?
No.
And then, do you have? Can we see your tattoo?
What's your number, Mom?
8/28/26. Is it 20? I think, yeah. No, 12/8/26. Maybe when they took this was the month. You have it?
And what's a takeaway message that we can all take from this?
To be strong in Yiddishkeit. When we go with the Torah goes with us. And not one day yes, one day not davening. To eat, kosher essen, Shabbos eaten, Twillen.
What does that mean in English?
Diese Gemunja. Surah Lezuga muss es machen.
To keep kosher, to keep Shabbos, and to put on tefillin. My mother's mantra to all of the kids, grandchildren, anyone that will listen to her. This is her mantra. 3 things you gotta do. What are they, Ma?
Kosher essen, Shabbos eaten, Twillen.
And they never change. They never vary. 50 years later, they don't vary. My nephews from Detroit, from my husband's side, came to visit. He came back with 3 things. What are they, Ma?
Well, I said to Lily's son, I said, not one time yes, one time no. Then when you're going to put on, you're going to go straight. When you're not going to put on, you're going to be like a pianica. Понимаете, что есть пьяница?
What's a pianist?
A pianica is, was a shaker tzachon.
A drunk?
I'm drunk.
Yes. You have to do that. Don't take nothing for granted, just be with the Torah is with you.
And for those people who deny the Holocaust happened, what's your message for them?
Well, there's what can I say? I hope they don't have to go through hard times to prove that there is a God on this earth. And He's the leader for all of us. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you so much.
You ask my son-in-law, he's for Russia, he will tell you stories.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.